Hey there you guys, welcome back. Today we're going to hunt a new permission. It's a place I've never been to and I'm kind of excited to see what I can find here. It's also a place that I've wanted to hunt for quite a while. It's actually just down the road from where my grandparents were living not too long ago. And I think the story is this used to be a farmhouse. It was built about 1900, and then in the 1950s a bunch of kind of suburban homes were built around it. So it's kind of in the middle of the city, but unless you kind of know the history of this place, you would never guess that it's that old. So we're gonna hunt around, hopefully find some old stuff, and have a lot of fun. So let's get straight to it. Well, you guys, I must say the very first find of the day is not bad. At about 7 or 8 inches down, I got this brass thingamajig. It's obviously off of something, but pretty cool. It rang up like a 75, and it was a pretty good signal, so not bad. Hopefully we'll find a lot more stuff today. Well, folks, here's my first coin of the day. It was sitting at about 3 or 4 inches down. I got myself a memorial. Hopefully we'll go back a little bit older than this, but it looks to be probably a 1960s Lincoln penny. So, not bad. Well, this is pretty neat, you guys. I just got myself a big 84, 85 signal, and it was about 4 or 5 inches down. I got myself a little toy car. Not sure exactly what that is, maybe a bus or some sort of old vehicle. I believe it's going to be a Lesney. These were popular back like in the 50s and 60s, I think. Yep, Lesney. Rover Safari, I think it says, Land Rover Safari. Well, that's pretty neat. Wow. Not a bad little find. We'll put that in the bag and keep on hunting. Well, unfortunately, folks, this coin was sitting just a little awkwardly in the ground. I just set it up there so we could take a better look at it, but I do believe I have my first wheat penny. I gave it just a little bit of a kiss on one side here, but if you give me just a moment, we'll clean it up a little bit better. It looks like an older one. Maybe a 1920s. Oh, yeah, you can see a little bit better there. Looks like it's probably 1928, so not bad. We're getting older now. Well, it looks as though I just got my second wheat penny for the day. Not sure about the year, 1948 maybe, 45. It's kind of hard to read, but it was only about 2 or 3 inches down, so not a bad find. Let's go on the next find. Well, a moment ago, I just popped another wheat penny, but this was a 69 signal, and I got myself another little toy car. Kind of sweet, actually. Don't know what that's supposed to be, but maybe a little fire engine? I don't know, or a truck of some sort. But pretty cool little find. It might be a Tootsie toy if I had to guess. We'll throw it in the bag. All right, you guys, here's my first weird find for the day. Take a look at this. See if we can figure this out together. Well, take a look at that. That is very, very unusual. It's a guy laying down, and it almost looks like he has some sort of uniform on, if I had to take a guess. I'm really not sure what that is, but I'm going to take a guess and say maybe it's supposed to be like a toy soldier who's wounded, and he would be carried on a stretcher, but I'm not sure. That is very unusual. I found toy soldiers before, and that's a different kind of find. We'll have to take that home and maybe get a better answer later on. So, pretty cool. This was a bit of a lower tone, jumping between 66 and 68, somewhere in there, but I've got my first key for the hunt. Little house key. Kind of cool. There must have been some kids here, because I keep finding toys. I've actually found like 3 or 4 additional toy cars that I haven't shown you guys. I just popped this out. It was a 79. Looks like I've got myself a little sheriff's badge. Pretty neat. It's not doing so well on the ground. It's zinc, kind of like a base metal or a pot metal. But pretty cool. Deputy Sheriff, or Marshal, maybe. Pretty neat. It's been out here a little while. Still has a pin, in fact. Not a bad find. This is kind of a sweet little find. Check this out. I just got myself an old lipstick container. It's got a little bit of design on it. That's pretty cool. It's got some age, and it's probably been there for more than 70 years, so not a bad find. It might be from the 20s or the 30s would be my guess, but I'm no expert on it. So, all right, let's go on the next find. Well, don't be afraid to remove some of the trash when you're out detecting, because I wouldn't have gotten this signal if I hadn't done so. I just got myself another wheat penny, and it looks like an older one. It's pretty green. That's pretty. Let's zoom in just a little bit. Let's see what year it's going to be. I'm going to guess 20s or the teens. Nope, 1941. It's the year that Pearl Harbor happened and we went to war in the Second World War. So, pretty neat coin. Oh man, I just had a slammer of a signal. It was an 86, 87, so it's usually a quarter. And I got a clad quarter, dagnabbit. And it looks like it's a state quarter too. I was hoping it was going to be a nice silver coin, but nope. I've had quite a few coin signals or signals today that sounded great, and they sounded like deep silver coins, but haven't found one yet. Looks like it's a Kansas state quarter. Oh well. Well, as I said earlier, I've been finding a lot of toys, especially toy cars. But I was going to show you this one, you guys. This is kind of cool. Got myself a little Volkswagen. It was pretty deep. It was down kind of the gravel of the driveway, but not a bad find. That's neat. I'm going to guess it's probably from the 60s, but I could be wrong. Let's keep hunting. I just popped this neat little green toy car. That's really cool. It's about 3 inches down, and it's got some age to it. Probably from the 60s if I had to guess. But I just got a squeaker of a coin signal. It was about 6 or 7 inches down. At first I thought I had myself an Indian head, but actually I'm going to guess it's a real early wheat penny. 1920 something maybe. It's hard to read. 1920? I think it says something like that, maybe 1930. Not a bad find. It's a greenie. Pretty cool. Like I said, it was hard to hear, but luckily we found it. So put it away and keep hunting. Well, you guys, I'm back at the house now. I dug for about 3.5 hours yesterday and found a few interesting relics. I didn't get any silver or gold, but I did manage to fill up the board, so let's take a look together. Well, folks, I certainly found a lot of trash on this hunt. Lots of little things, pull tabs and bottle caps, and lots of aluminum siding pieces from that house, and all sorts of just pieces of junk. Got me some shotgun shells, too. There's one right there, and just little things sitting in that yard. It was not a very big yard, so I ended up not finding too much trash, to be honest with you, but I filled my bag. But let's go over here and look at the board, because I found a healthy amount of things, mostly toys, to be honest with you. Didn't find too much that was terribly, terribly old, but we'll come down here first. Not entirely sure what that is. It was actually my very first find. I'm thinking it's probably like some sort of hanger or piece off of a piece of furniture or something like that. Kind of neat, though. There's another piece of brass that I'm not entirely sure what it is. I immediately thought it was a piece of clock or something like that, but I could be wrong about that. Here's a piece of pipe. Here's another little piece of pipe. My one key, little house key, some brass fittings and things. Here's another brass fitting. I find these pretty regularly. It's not too old. This lipstick container is really pretty neat. I'd say it's probably from the 20s, 30s, or 40s if I had to take a guess. It's even got some sort of emblem on there for the brand. If somebody out there knows what that is, please let me know, because I am unaware at this time. Here's an aluminum piece of a pen or pencil. I got a few coins. I got 2 nickels out of that yard. I did dig some low tones, so I got 2 nickels, a quarter, state quarter, 2 dimes, clad dimes, some brass or copper rings. There's a piece of copper wiring. There's a toy car. Oh my gosh, we're gonna see a lot of toy cars here in just a minute. That pretty neat little toy soldier. It's a World War I era, probably from the 1920s, but World War I era wounded soldier. He's missing his helmet, unfortunately, but pretty neat though. Haven't found one of those before. Set that back over here. I got 2 trailers for toy cars sitting out there. Got me a little stack of just regular copper memorial cents. This is kind of an odd find. It's the piece of the handle off of a tablespoon or teaspoon or something like that. It's aluminum. I got a few zinc pennies. Not a whole bunch of those. Look at all the toy cars I found. I just found toy car after toy car. They were just everywhere out there. Most of these are probably from the 60s. So there was somebody that lost pretty much all their toy cars, I suspect. Some of them are pretty cool, actually. These are Tootsie Toys and Lesnies out of England. So there's that Safari I found. Safari vehicle. Matchbox. Pretty cool finding those. I'll take them. I did dig up a couple rivets. You can tell I was actually digging the really small signals and deep signals too. These are probably early 1900s or late 1800s copper rivets. So I was digging the small signals. The deputy marshal badge is pretty neat. Probably zinc, kind of pot metal. I actually got 2 bottle caps, but this one's kind of neat. The Uncola, which is 7-Up, used to be called that. This was a stinker. I thought for sure I was going to be digging up a piece of silver, bring up like a deep silver quarter, but no, some sort of aluminum cap. And to top off the hunt, I managed to get 5 wheat pennies. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but I got a 1920, 1928, a 1941, 1948 maybe, and a 1951. So found a few old things, but no silver and nothing to write home about. Well, that certainly wasn't the most profitable hunt I've ever had, but I managed to get outside and have some fun. Found a few interesting things, so please stay safe. I'll see you guys next time, and keep hunting. Bye now.